What up, Juggalos? Team MBJ in the motherfucking house for the Weekly Wicked Web Show.
Yes.
Right now we are in the middle of the sauced up swag giveaway. It is going live right now. We haven't been back. I think it's been like 2 weeks because we filmed this one show and we didn't air it. And then we didn't film a show for like a whole week to give people time to simmer in the sauce. But we're back to remind you that you need to get yourself some sauced up. Sauced up swag is going live right now from September 1st.
September 1st.
Till
October.
And we're going to draw live on our web show Friday, October 5th is the tentative date right now. It would be a Friday, October 5th. We'd pull from the magic hat or what have you and announce the winners of the sauced up swag. So right now you really have until like maybe even like the second or third until these motherfuckers actually count up these votes or whatever before we announce the full winner. So get in that shit though now. It's super easy. Like we say in every video, if you're watching this one,
you're already in.
Yeah.
You already got it. You're already
if you watch it,
points for you,
subscribe to the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, let's get you some sauced up swag. Today, me and Matt Murderous in this motherfucker. Jiggy Fresh can be here for this one. So we're going to go ahead and talk about a bunch of shit without Jiggy Fresh like we always do. But we have some cool shit that we're going to talk about that Jiggy's going to be bringing to you guys every week. So later in the show, we plan on talking about a couple of other projects that we have in the works that are going to drop here on Midwest United Juggalos email or YouTube, rather. So it's going to be like branded content, and here in a little while we're actually going to send it off to a special guest segment.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna go ahead and
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun, dude.
I know.
Because we haven't filmed it yet, so that's all I'm saying. It's gonna be pretty fun. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go film with the host of an upcoming show that's gonna be on our channel. The show is gonna be called Reefer Reference. That's the tentative show right now title, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into that a little bit later in the show. We're gonna talk about all of our upcoming projects, including the super hyped. Overdubbed wrestling spectacular.
Oh, yes.
So we plan on talking about that a little bit later in the show. It's a project that we had been talking about wanting to do for a while, and Matt Murderous has finally found the perfect video.
I have.
The perfect video for this. So we're going to sit back and we're handing it over to our editors right now, and they have some people coming in-house to do some commentary on this video, and it's going to be pretty fucking dope. We can't wait to put it out. It's gonna come, and like I said, that's probably gonna be like this a late fall type thing that we're gonna do, because it's gonna be super fresh. It's coming out though. But Matt Murderous found this really dope video, and like I said, it's getting handed off to the producers right now, so we can get some overdub action onto it, and it will be MUJ's overdubbed wrestling spectacular here on our fucking channel.
Yes.
And if you guys have watched a lot of our shows, you guys know this has kind of been a long time coming because we've been talking about our wrestling corner that we plan on doing.
Many of you, I'm pretty sure, are wrestling fans.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah, some people don't want to admit it. Hey, but wrestling's becoming cool again, and that's why, another reason why, you know, we know if we cover it, at least there's going to be a lot more fans that are out there that are going to want to watch it. I would really love to even do it over the latest All In.
Yeah.
We rent that shit and then do it over that, but we'd have to rent it and, you know, try to do it live over that, you know what I'm saying?
And then
that would get pulled
lawyers,
over. Yeah, because that would get pulled off the
right off
YouTube
that
right away. But the project that we have is a video that is already on YouTube, and it hasn't been flagged on YouTube, so we're using those type of videos right now that we're going to be, or that our producers are overdubbing to fit your guys' you know, the Juggalo wants and needs. But that'll be coming real soon, and before that though, probably as early as this week with Hell in the Cell just right around the corner, we are going to start doing the wrestling corner, where we sit in and we talk about the dopest matches from SmackDown, Raw, and maybe even the other leagues. And then we talk about the upcoming pay-per-view. And we'd like to do that like right before the latest pay-per-view.
Right? That'd be fun. That'd be fun, you know. And maybe, just maybe, that'll our hopes, maybe that'll kick Jay to run another JCW circuit.
Hell yeah, because we had fun when they did the JCW
Fuck
shit.
yeah, man.
But yeah, we plan on doing that, and I think Hell in a Cell is Sunday?
I believe so, yes.
Well, then on Sunday we will be getting down with some Hell in a Cell action. Of course, we can't play any of that stuff on our YouTube, so we'll have to do like behind the scenes shit, you know what I'm saying, while we're talking about it, or we'll do like shoot interviews between matches and talk about what we just saw and whatever, you know what I'm saying. If that's this Sunday, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of then, or we'll go ahead and do that on our Instagram or some shit.
Yeah, do a kayfabe Paul poll or some shit.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win out of this match? So and so.
Yeah, so definitely look at that. Twitter takeover. We'll be running polls, and you guys know how to run the polls on Instagram or on Facebook,
Yes.
right? So we'll run the polls on Facebook. A couple of matches throughout the evening and what you guys expect. I meant to write down the whole card, and honestly, when we were going over notes, that was one of the things that I forgot to do was write down the whole card. But it's gonna be a pretty exciting night.
Oh, yeah.
That's leading into this other big event that's gonna be in Australia.
Yeah.
And that'll be dope as fuck. That has Triple H and Undertaker
for their last showdown.
And they're also building up to that all women's event, that Evolution event that's gonna go down pay-per-view real soon, and that's gonna be real cool. I heard that they're actually gonna be starting a women's tag team division then out of that, and that's like I think WWE really needs a women's tag team division, because there's so many dope ass women wrestlers right now in WWE, and if there was a tag team, they would be more utilized, like Asuka and stuff. They're not utilizing her as good as they should, and they could if she was in a tag team or something division. But see, those are the type of things that we're going to talk about in this wrestling program. We're not going to do that as part of the Weekly Wicked Web Show, because that's not what the Weekly Wicked Web Show is all about. There will be here and there bits, like there always is. But we have so much stuff that we want to talk about wrestling-wise that there will be a whole new show for that. Even if it's like a half-hour, 15-minute show or some shit, that's what we have coming up real soon on that end, then, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Fucking...
As well as, since we're talking about the upcoming content, sorry, I have super dry mouth, and it's related to this Reefer reference show maybe that we're going to be doing. I have really bad cotton mouth because of that.
We sampled a couple...
Some of the stuff that from
product.
the host of Reefer Reference that will be coming to our YouTube channel. Reefer Reference will be a knowledgeable cannabis show, not your typical goofy pot smoking show. There is a show on Netflix, Cooking on High. Did you see that?
Yes, I have.
I kind of seem like it'll be almost similar to that, but I think even like less goofy than that was. But there will be certain segments that are very similar to a show like that, where it's going to be trying to showcase these different strains of cannabis, as well as the medical benefits and such.
Right.
So we plan on bringing that to the show. We will be doing again an interview with the host of that show. Right after we talk about this segment, we're going to go ahead and send that over, actually, to the interview. But that'll be coming, and it's going to be, branded content to our to our YouTube, like we've been saying, right?
Hell yeah.
And another big one that is in early development, if you will, with our homeboy Jiggy Fresh. Like we were talking about earlier, Jiggy Fresh in the flesh couldn't be here, and he wasn't. You guys are missing a whole half a web show that we did that was still about an hour, but we never aired it. Like we just didn't have enough enthusiasm in it as I was editing it, and I said a lot of inappropriate things. There was about a good 2 minutes where I was gonna have to cut it out anyway because I said some pretty inappropriate things, inappropriate even for me. But really, all in all, I think we were all lethargic in the video. Matt was tired, visibly.
Yeah.
Jiggy Fresh, who was really adamant about doing the video, had some things happen like the day and the day before, so he wasn't as enthusiastic as well. So we kind of just the video's like a chopping block video where it still exists, but it might not ever come out, or it'll come out as like a 0.5 sometime, you know what I'm saying? But Jiggy Fresh has this brilliant idea to be bringing you guys a little happy hour.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be coming to you
That's right.
from his own bar and showing you guys a little bit of what he's drinking. He'll be doing craft beer. Jiggy Fresh has a really solid craft beer hookup. Yeah. He's always showing those one-hitters that he has.
Yes.
So he'll be sampling some of those finer craft beers right from his bar, telling you all about. So it's almost going to be kind of like Reefer Reference, but with craft beer, and it'll be our own Team MUJ Jiggy Fresh bringing you that content. And he is a connoisseur when it comes to beer, because he can't smell weed. So that's another reason why he's even more a connoisseur of or beer anyway. So the way that I see him presenting this project will be super dope. Right, we were talking about it earlier. You know,
oh man, I want to kind of explain to them what we were saying, but you know what?
You're gonna see for yourself.
We'll just let them see for themselves.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Dude. Exactly. And it's gonna be really good, man. I'm pretty excited about it. And those are gonna come, and they're gonna be like they might even be like 15 minutes, and it'll just be like him, you know, talking about the beer, who made it, such and such. You know, I don't want to talk much more about it. It's an awesome project. It's in the works. It might not even be done. You guys don't even know. That's why we're talking about it so much.
Saying it's brewing.
But it's brilliant,
it's
you know?
brewing.
It's brewing. Brewing, exactly. So those are some of the content that we had said we were going to be telling you guys. That's why we didn't do the web show the last week. And when we talked about wrapping up Sauced Up Swag, we want to bring all new content to our YouTube channel. So these are 2 of the shows that will be happening regularly. Well, actually 3 of the new programs will be coming regularly to Midwest United Juggalo / YouTube or whatever the fuck it is. So we're really excited to be doing those. In fact, right now, to talk about one of the shows that will be coming to YouTube, we're going to go ahead and send it over to our guest location. And we're going to sit down with the host of Reefer Reference. Me and Matt Murderous will be catching up with you guys real soon. And, yeah. Alright, so you guys have probably just checked out that interview with our homeboy Erwin, talking about the new show that will be coming to our YouTube channel, and it is called Reefer Reference, a knowledgeable cannabis show. Hopefully you guys got to get a little bit to know Erwin during that interview. Longtime homie of us. He's also the neighborhood grassman, so we'll get a little hookup from our guy there. But yeah, man, check out that content. It's coming in again soon. Since we talked about all that, we're going to go ahead and get into some news that's going to be popping off here, or locally, rather, or, you know, just generally in the underground. Kicking it off just this past weekend, since we are on the topic of marijuana.
Yes.
Your homeboys, my favorite set of clowns, ICP, just performed at the Cannabis Cup up there in Michigan over the weekend. They performed with like heavy hitters like Nas, Trick.
Oh shit.
I think Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
You know. But yeah, it was at this High Times Cannabis Cup Fest going down in Michigan. That's super dope that the clowns are there, being that they're fucking Michigan legends. And I hope a lot of people had fun. I think I know a couple people who went. I'm gonna try to get some info on them.
Some input and how that
see how
went.
that shit went. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure our people, fucking Winona and Justin, were out there. So we'll have to look into that shit. Shout out to them, much love. But yeah, that went on over the weekend. Over the time, about the week that we haven't filmed, the day that we filmed the one show that didn't air, Eminem released his Kamikaze album.
Yes.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Out of nowhere,
and really came back with some fucking heat. In part of that album, he went on to diss Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes.
Off of a diss that comes from a Tech 9 album.
Yes.
That Planet shit. Did you stick around while we listened to that? Where that ends up coming from? Then a bunch of shit that he said. He was on Tech 9's Planet album for that song No Reason, the Mosh Pit song.
No Reason.
MGK starts off his verse something like, you gonna need a doctor, and I ain't talking about the one from Compton. And goes on and on.
Right.
Those are supposedly what Eminem was talking about. So that's what in Eminem's diss he refers to, next time you don't need Tech 9 to come at me with a submachine gun. Yeah. But it's super dope. I know there's a lot of there's always been static with Eminem, Slice EP, and all that shit.
Right.
I've been way past that, you know. But I think it was cool as fuck. I think Eminem aired the fuck out of MGK.
Yeah.
I thought MGK's response was decent. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty cool. Except, like, I don't know, and people are really digging on this. The opening bars of MGK shit were some, like, somebody get him some clippers. His beard is weird. I think that's fucking stupid as fuck. But all these people are digging onto what it could have, like, it's supposed to mean. And it's supposed to be a reference to this or whatever. But I thought it was stupid. I didn't like it at all. But there was some other shit on it that was pretty good. Well, I mean, that's what it is. These guys are picking because these guys are words.
Subliminal shit. And,
I'm really hype about Eminem's response though. Eminem hasn't came back then now from MGK shit.
Man.
And I know, you know,
even Bizarre posted a video.
Oh yeah.
Saying, "Oh man."
Yeah, because you know, MGK shit was dope, but that's Eminem that you're going against now. He don't play, you know. So it'd be interesting to see what happens on that. Eminem aired on a lot of people, or at least just said shit about a lot of people. Diane Wood included, about saying their name wrong. That I think everybody does. He said something about that again, and then like kind of talked shit about them in this track. And they like halfway responded, and it's funny as fuck. I respect those fucking motherfuckers though. They're crazy as hell. And
I would like to see him at a Got J.
Yeah,
that would be kind of.
They say that'll never happen, but then that's what we need for the 20th, right?
Right.
Hell yeah, that's what they're saying for the 20th. If we don't get them, we want Suicide Boys.
Do that too.
Even though G59 says they want nothing to do with Juggalos, let's pay them to come to the gathering. They'll be fucking cold-blooded. But yeah, that went on over the fucking week, which is super dope. That you get to hear some fucking rap beef. I know people are like, oh, it's Eminem, oh, it's MGK, but still, it was super entertaining. The two guys went at each other lyrically, and yeah, that's what I.
That's what I feel like. What it is beef sells.
Oh, beef sells for sure.
You know.
And tell me it wasn't entertaining.
Oh, totally. Okay, now we're waiting on what? I mean, everybody's now waiting on what Eminem's response is.
Exactly.
As of right now.
I'm pretty excited about that. What Eminem's response is going to be. It's going to be pretty fucking dope. Because you know he's going to go hard and he's going to have to respond. And it's going to be like 10 minutes or some shit, you know, true Eminem fashion.
Just one bar.
Oh man, and that's like, that was this terrible segue. Terrible segue for what I'm getting ready to go into then. Over the weekend, we lost the rapper Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was another young person to fall victim to drug addiction and how terrible it can be. It is unfortunate that in this country we treat mental health and addiction in such a weird way, as such a stigma, and don't give it the attention that it needs to be, and it's not as openly talked about as it needs to be. So I definitely feel bad for the guy. I didn't really even listen to a lot of Mac Miller music, but I know a lot of people who did and were really touched by him and his music. And, you know, the dude was always against Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. So yeah, definitely, man, that's sad. And everyone, you know, like, you know, talk about addiction. Talk to if you're going through some shit, talk to your friends.
Don't be
afraid.
And
reach out, man. And watch out, man, because fucking a lot of drugs that people are doing right now are tainted bootleg drugs that have fentanyl in them, and they will kill you in a fucking instant. So, man, just like, you know,
like that death pop.
Yeah, get some help, and, you know, talk to somebody, and, you know, don't be alone. It sucks to hear another young person, whether they're famous or not, for someone, you know, it happens all the time, and it shouldn't anymore. Yeah, man, it's terrible. And
you hear the allegations from, you know, the speculations and allegations coming from all that?
Well, yeah, you know, and it's everyone's, you know, what people are saying, it sucks, you know, like whether it was suicide or whatever, it's terrible, and that's, you know, shouldn't be any guilt passed to anybody else for that.
No.
That's enough guilt for him and his family.
Well, there's already enough people suffering, you know, enough people suffering.
I hate
this loss.
when a celebrity dies. I hate being on social media because everyone always has some weird ass shit to say. Like,
give it up for all those names.
No death,
people.
No death's insignificant. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, when people are famous, it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But just because they're famous doesn't make them insignificant, and it doesn't make any other death insignificant. People are just gonna hear about this more. If you know that someone in your neighborhood died from drug abuse, then let us all mourn that person because we should have helped those people. That should make you more focused on fighting the stigma of mental health problems and drug addiction instead of just saying something stupid on the internet. Right. That's why I always hate it. I try to stay off the internet after saying it because, you know, sometimes you don't have to say anything. It's okay to just not say anything. You know?
2, 1, carry on.
But we're going to go ahead and get off that shit now.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I probably should have saved that for the end, you know what I'm saying? So everyone wasn't all sad boy about it.
That's all good.
To brighten shit up, man. Our homeboys Mayday just dropped their album South of 5th. Been listening to it all weekend, and the shit is fucking man, it's so good. I was listening to when you guys pulled up too, man.
Yeah,
it's just
like, oh shit,
it's a good one. I feel like we were saying too. I feel like
it's the good vibes as soon as it's on.
Right away.
Sure.
That the guys have really fallen into their groove on this one. That they know the sound that they want to make. It is really music oriented. They've found their sound. I feel like now. Over the last 3 albums, you could definitely hear it more. I think we're gonna end up doing a review for the album for the channel.
Totally.
Because it's
A,
we fucking love Mayday, and then B, it's a fucking solid album.
And C, they're
homeboys. Yeah, they're fucking homeboys.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be great. It will be graced enough to be able to
get a shout out with it or whatever.
Shout out or an insight, maybe. Interview or some shit.
We plan on going to see them November 3rd in Chicago, and maybe we'll just because we'll be definitely dropping this fucking review before November.
Totally.
So maybe then that we could get some kind of cool love, you know what I'm saying, just for you guys. But they're our homies regardless. We don't need to fucking take pictures of it with them to prove it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But we will be at that show November 3rd in Chicago. I can't remember where they said it was at, but that'll be super dope to check out. Also, November 28th, it's a Wednesday in Chicago. Tech 9 will be out there. That's pretty dope. We are currently, right now, waiting on word of the ICP run for Hallowicked.
Right.
But as of this moment, we know that Twisted will be in Chicago, City Chicago, October 28th. It's a Sunday in the city at a venue that I've never been before called the Avondale Music Hall, or Avondale Music Avondale Music Hall or some shit. I don't know. I've never been there, but I looked at some pictures and it looks pretty dope. So Twizzler will be there with our homeboys Triple MFD. That's
fucking my motherfucking day.
That's Scum and Insane Poetry, and then you got UGA and X.
Avengers.
And I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think that Triple MFD is the dopest shit on that tour besides Twizzler, and nobody's even really saying anything about them being on the whole run. But it's cool because got Axe.
Maybe we'll hook those homies up and we'll do the promos for them.
And we will. There's a good chance that we'll all be at that fucking Fright Fest show though too, unless ICP is going on or that same and as soon as we find out what's going on Hallowicked, because Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out that weekend, Fearless Red Fury comes out that weekend.
Oh man, it's just a clusterfuck of shit.
And I usually get like 2 days off a week, so if Red Dead comes out Friday, I'm gonna get it Thursday, and it's gonna take like a whole fucking day to download, and then I'll be able to play it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I wouldn't go see Twizzler for fucking especially Twizzler, but they still might. But I might though too. So it's in the city. I haven't been to a Twisted show in the city in about since they played at Concord. Because they played at the Concord Theater. That was
shit.
That was tight as fuck. But that's a lot of stuff. That's the main news and events we got coming up right now, because we've been so enthralled in stirring the sauce for the Sauced Up Swag giveaway that we really want to give you guys this shit. Fucking subscribe and follow us on the fucking just a flash of the shit. If you guys want to see the stuff, we got pictures online. We got the videos in our last weekly Wicked Web show. We detail all of the gifts plus some extra goodies that have been added to the prize pack since then. So like I said, man, just go ahead and check that shit out. You guys got less than a month now to get involved with stirring the sauce. And after that, come October, we have all new branded content coming to the Weekly Wicked Web Show. So right now, while you have the opportunity, like, follow, and subscribe, and get ready because more Weekly Wicked Web Shows are on the way. Until then, I'm your homeboy BobeBlaze.
Matt Murderous.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yep.